and welcome to the Service Operations Podcast. I am your host, Satinder Kaur. Our guests are from different industries and functions. They will share their experience, strategies, and the changing landscape to help you take the service operations of your business to the next level. Welcome, Nilesh, to this
Thanks, ma'am.
program,
Nice to meet you.
and it's my pleasure to talk to you. You come with a vast experience of operations. So whenever I think it's operations as far as you're concerned. So tell us a little about your journey in operations.
Be very candid with operation words comes typically after 1998 2000. Prior to that, we all come from the branch background, and there is no bifurcation or a division of labor in the banking as such, where somebody will be operation, somebody will be production, somebody will be sale, somebody will be service. Everything was across the counter, and I also come from that. So all my fingers are swelled with ledger being banged on my finger from the top of that counter. So and daily product and doing the ledger tally on a reporting Friday. I did all that things. So the story of operations starts somewhere, I believe, from the private sector banks coming into a play. There the scale was one of the major factor which pushed for the operation as such. Earlier operations in earlier days, if I can see, it was only clearing house where the checks used to go and the encoding used to happen, and the clearing house used to be act as a service provider for doing that encoding, and that was only the operations then. So I started from that conventional banking background. My first job in bank, one of the cooperative bank, was to do a standing instruction voucher writing. So the EMIs used to be get debited from one account to another account. In ledgers, we'll have to keep the vouchers ready. So that standing instructions for the recurring deposit, standing instructions for account to account transfer, standing instructions. So there used to be one big 500-page ledger of standing instruction register, and all the live instructions are open, and I used to do that. That was my first job, and the first pat on the back was that my vouchers are correct, because it used to have all narrations and amount in words and amount in figures, and there was no difference of amount in words and figures. Then it moved to a hardcore clearinghouse operation, and it was a day one of a clearing management. And somebody has given me the register, 32 column, 32 rows in one line, full skip paper, and I was writing name of the customer, account number of customer, bank branch, amount, and I wrote some 8-10 pages that day. And he said that now total it. I said that give the calculator. He said that no calculator, do amount total. Oh my God! I said that you should have been told me earlier. I would not have been wrote 7-8 pages. No, I would have been stopped at first or second only. Then he said, "I do that." Incidentally, that day my total was perfect. It was having just 25 paise difference. That too, on voucher somebody has missed writing 25 paise, and the person who was giving me all these things was the clearing house head, and he announced there, "I got my person. You are in clearing, finished." He then gone to HR and say that isko maine le liya, and that's the start. Then managing the things, and I was hardcore Bombay then. Uh, so in Mumbai, crisis management used to be in our range. So trains are not working. My clearing house used to be in heart of South Bombay, where there is a water is getting locked. And the first BCP uh, in 1995, there was no word called BCP even come and exist. At that point in time, I was alone, could have been reached office, and nobody could able to reach because of the trains are completely choked. And I managed whatever clearing received to be in code, and the batch ticket and block ticket. So that was the start of in a way operations. Then again 5 years full-fledged branch banking, FDs and loan against shares, loan against gold. Then it was introduced to DMAT and DMAT type of things, and NSDL training, CDSL training. So these are the two depositories. So to convincing people to give their shares to DMAT. And my branch used to be in a Parsi Agyari building. So the investors used to be Parsi, and they were very close. The physical certificates are very close. So I've seen Tata Steel original share certificate and this thing, and to getting that to dematerialized was something
Next
like very
time.
very. So
Yeah.
customer engagement. So that starts the journey of actually being a banker, I will say, not a operation guy. And then uh, from one so 5 to 6 years in first bank, and then couple of years in another first private sector bank, and then move to a new gen private sector bank, and there actually the operations begin. Otherwise, it was sales, service, and rather I will say service led sales. It was never a sale in
Yeah.
banking.
Yes.
I
Yes.
I never sold a fixed deposit. I have
Correct.
garnered the fixed deposit. So
Yes.
it is very difficult to digest even now. कि अरे
Today.
FD, what are you
Yes.
selling, bloody? He's purchasing it from. He's not purchasing. He's actually placing a deposit with me.
Placing. I
So
know. Yeah.
that's how it started. And in uh, uh, private sector bank operations, it was hardcore liability side of operations. So entire thing in liability, payment and settlement, onboarding, account opening, account servicing, demographic related changes, even currency operations. During the demonetization, currency operation was also there with me. So it was completely setting up of currency chairs till uh, till managing the currency chairs, till heavy interaction with regulator, and also it's a logistical nightmare in that way, and also production
Yeah.
of
So
debit
what
card,
I'm hearing,
checkbooks, dispatch, and everything.
yeah. So what I'm hearing you say is that first movement that you did, or the transitions that happened in your career, were to do with manual versus automation in a way. With
Yeah,
all
yeah.
things, everything happening with ledgers, etc.,
So
writing
I was
vouchers.
the person who gave a Y2K confirmation when actual 1999 to 2000 happened on 31st of December 1999. For my branch, I have given confirmation that all the systems now move to 2000 and not
Right.
to 1900 again.
Yes,
So
yes, yes. So
those were the days where manual banking, then branch based computerization where your servers and everything is at a branch, and then of course the centralized core banking
yeah,
application.
yeah. So what I'm hearing you say is one is from manual to computerized. That is one part. The second part is the separation of front office and back office, because as you're
Yeah.
saying, as the old model was that there is you're dealing with the customer directly. That's where most of the work is to happen, and then work started moving to the back office, and then that started being named as various words, but one of them was operations came into being. Did it your interactions with customers directly help assist you in a way in dealing when you were working in back office?
Yeah, the, the reason of back office, the most important theory, most important principle being once I'm heading entire operations for a country or for a bank, the most important principle which need to be inculcated with every ops person is that ops is not a cause, it's an effect of something. It is
Okay.
not a cause. Without branch, you cannot run a bank today. At least in India, there are branches coming without banks
Oh,
offshore, and I'm sure that we will be having. But brick mortar still continue to be there. However, without operation, you can run the bank. Big operation is one division of work done where the focus will be there on completing few mundane, regular, routine, voluminous transactions, and that should make the branches as a sales and service outlets.
yes.
So it's most important that every ops guy to know that why are we doing? We are not doing to complete the transaction. We are doing it for the customer, and hence the customer centricity is more important in operation than even in branches. Because in branch, the customer is standing in front of you. He is having physical escalation capability to go to your manager and to do all that things. In operations, you are in front of your PC. You are front of your core banking application screen. At this point in time, it is all the more important that you to see not a transaction but the face or the person behind the transaction. You are not processing part run, you are not processing customer masters, you are not processing a service request. You are not processing SRs and CRs. You are processing some customer's actual request. You are actually dealing with the customer. So it is all the more important. And uh, the interaction always, that my first 7 8 years customer interaction always helped me even today
Yeah.
to
Hmm.
understand the what customer is actually wanting, because um, the request of a customer, however, now we are much structured. Earlier customer used to give a letter, and in that letter I need to find out what all things he want, and then we need to
Hmm.
do it in that core
Yeah.
application system.
Yeah.
So it is all the more important to know that what customer is having today. uh, the people who actually start directly from operations stand, they may lose that particular aspect of customer sensitivity. For them it
So
becomes a volume management kind of a.
yeah. So the question now I have for you is exactly what you're saying. So people like you have gone through transition. You have seen the customer, and if in the last say 20, 30 years, I think 25 years, so to say, banking has transformed completely. Not just banking, actually, all industries have transformed completely with the with the usage of internet and technology. That's been a very powerful combination, and lots has changed, right? Now you are some of us were people who had dealt with the customer face to face, understood, and as you said in the beginning, there were no such segregation. So if you were there in the branch, you were supposed to know legal, compliance, audit, operations,
Very
customer service, sales, everything, right? So you know everything. Now today we have a lot of people who have come directly into operations. So now, as a person who has headed such large scale operations, uh, how do you inculcate that sensitivity in the people who are just doing this work, of sensitivity of the customer? Because they have not met the customer, they have not
good.
dealt with the customer. So how do you do that?
There are many ways you can do it. First of all, service orientation is one thing which we try to push it into the every ops guy from day zero. You are not handling account number, transaction ID, or volume, or opening stock and closing stock, and what is my rework numbers, and so on and so forth. Finally, we are there to serve that ultimate customer, and there is only one customer, which is the customer. There is nothing called internal customer or external customer. There is nothing. There is only one customer who pay for our salaries and
The
everything.
company, actually, yeah.
The company, the existence of company is only for the customer. It is nothing to do
True.
with, without customer, what are we going to do with the
Yeah.
setups. So this one thing is part of orientation since beginning, whether it is induction, whether it is this thing, customer first, or service awards, or my heartbeat for customer is also one important aspect. I heard in one of my training session one very beautiful story of G. I'm not very sure whether it was how much it was true, but it was one of the training sessions. So I'm assuming that it was true that there was one announcement happened on G to say that there is one important public announcement going to happen in the afternoon. Be ready with that. And in the afternoon, there was a uh, public announcement starts. This announcement is nothing but one conversation between one pilot whose engine actually got failed with
Oh,
the air traffic controller, and
okay.
they are engaging. I'm sure this was replicated in very funny way in one of the movie, I Houseful or something like that, where that air traffic controller is giving some instruction to the pilot and co-pilot, whose actual pilot is slept, and both of them trying to fly the aircraft. And air traffic controller is also having one engineer, and he's asking him some funny question. Have you what happened to your engine, whether the smoke was dark or it was whitish, etc. And the pilot is abusing him like anything, because pilot is seeing his death.
Yeah.
There is a crash landing. There is no way he is going to save. And he is also remembering his family, his son and daughter. He don't know whether he's actually going to see them or not. Now it is like a fatal thing in front of him, and there was some thing, some very very maybe a right question asked by engineer, but that is not the time to ask those
Yes.
questions.
Yes.
And when actually the conversation gets over at one point in time, then there is a pause, and then the voice of some senior in that company comes up onto the air, and he said that finally the pilot could able to fortunately land the plane without any injury. The engine which he was talking about was produced by our company. After that, on that day onwards, the quality become a way of their life. I think these are the realistic experience which work. So the customers calling call center for something is gone wrong because of operational error, because of
Yeah.
some other error. When we listen to those call, we make teams listen to that call,
Yes.
and
Yes.
somebody is on an extreme furious manner, maybe abusing to some extent, maybe funny, but when they come to know what happened, I think that is the revelation कि अब आपने जो सुना is because of we have given wrong credit to his account, or his
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
credit not given, or his name was misspelled,
Whatever. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
or writing my name Nilesh Deshpande with having a prefix as Mrs. I think these goof ups will be, and what these errors are not. I know way I will say that look I have run ideal operations and never fired people and all. Yes, people got fired, they got sensitized in our words very strongly, but at the same time, after that overflow of emotions gone of managing that customer and what we have goofed up in real sense, the real learning comes afterwards, to
Yeah.
making somebody aware that look what
Yeah.
we do is the way it is affecting.
Yeah.
So
So it is. Sorry. So it's
yeah,
about
it can be
a
I'll tell you
person.
very simplest question, the simplest
Yeah.
error. So we are having one at a month end, we used to get a salary, a customer salary to be processed. It is one debit in one account and multiple credit in multiple. Obviously, we used to do it manually once upon a time. Now there is advancement happen, and we do upload. And upload is a magic word which we has been found by many
Overused.
industries. Yeah,
Overused word.
overused word. And in while doing upload, what happened is a funny thing. There is a one account and there is a one credit. Only the credit line got one cell down.
Oh. Yeah.
It's a simple error. But what happened? Nobody get right salary, and one person do not get salary because his line got shifted down. And if
Yeah.
a commissioner is been followed by a sweeper,
Tune.
then the commissioner
Hmm.
salary is getting credited to the sweepers, and sweepers get to somebody else, and so on and so on and so forth. And it did happen. RCA was simple, sir. वो एक cell नीचे आ गया. But what happened is something very dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah.
So once people actually seen it, once people actually know the bad news in the shop and understand it, so I think that helps. Instead of giving the trainings, orientation, all that happens, but this
Yeah.
practicality, that is like anything, and then that gives an understanding that they are the custodians of this entire customer and customer related deliveries.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing you say is that one is customer sensitization is very important, and the people who work, like they work in a different environment where they're not meeting customers, but to be able to get them to under to come closest to the customer as far as possible. That is one thing that I'm hearing you say. And the other thing also, which is very important, and what you've just said, is that the place of this person in the entire structure. So when he
Yeah,
knows that it is not just one line up, or it's just not an upload, but it is actually salary of so many people, then the whole work happens
in a
differently.
different manner.
So yeah, yeah. So I think these two are very important points. But now I'm also wanting to ask you another thing. And of course, what we are talking about are simple terms like an upload, or an automation or something like this. And this can be extrapolated to all the the new technology that is coming. So
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
have direct everything, it applies everywhere. So what is the kind of role that technology plays in good operations?
No. I do not see technology and operations are two different department at all. If at any point in time in entire, and we are talking about BFSI, and on BFSI, if technology is exploited, and technology need to be exploited, is really exploited or extreme used in operations only, because that's where the entire proof of a pudding is lying. Whether it is a managing of skill, whether it is business continuity, whether it is efficiency management, everything is now led by technology. We cannot be having a linear increase of, if the volume increase, people increase, volume increase, people increase.
Yeah.
Just imagine that in current scenario of a pandemic, if everything is a people dependent, just see what would have been happen.
Yeah.
So this is extreme. So technology plays a extreme important role in operations today. Uh, the adaptability carry the important part in operations because of the structured mindset on the shop floor helps in managing that. So whether it is a new gen technology, whether it was the way it used to happen, or whether it is very start of a core banking application, which once upon a time used to be the best automation in banking industry, it really changed the things. There are few things which are so very obvious now. To seeing account of anybody in the country is now basic.
Yeah.
Anywhere banking is now basic. ATM is now basic. Just imagine the number of transactions happened today on ATM would have happened under branch counters,
Oh,
because
can't
cash requirement
imagine.
continue to remain the same.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Just imagine what would be a challenge. And of course, because of all these things, you also carry an entire industry working behind to managing that logistical battle. So there is a both. So on one hand, uh, I don't think so that cashiers have gone down anywhere. However, ATMs are increasing and ever increasing. So and now ATMs are being used for so many things. The other day, I'll tell you, I never used this particular feature, but we know that we have done UAT once upon a time for that. I forgot my wallet, and the cash is needed just for the sake of security and safety. Some cash need to be there. Options are to go to boss and ask him, or to go to colleague and say that यार 500 रुपए देना, बहुत अजीब लगता है. I did a cashless,
Okay.
cardless withdrawal.
Cardless withdrawal.
You can forget everything in the world, but you cannot forget your mobile.
Yeah.
And it's all game. Mobile first is again a best thing. So
Yeah.
it is also helping in making a customer doing his own work, which is become swift, faster, and errorless. I will never write my address wrong, whereas if I given it to my banker, there is a possibility he may write it wrong, because he's writing maybe first time, I'm writing maybe for my entire life.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the self-servicing mode helping in reducing. So the complex transactions comes to banker. Non-STP we call non-straight through transactions comes to banker, and also it helps in bankers to increase their skill set to managing that non-STP or a fallout transaction. Whatever is STP is just Swift.
So now this is technology, okay? What is the role of process? So, I mean, one is you just take the technology and you use the technology and you expect, yeah, everything will happen. But between
It cannot.
between operations and
A
technology, there is a
person.
process. Yeah.
So people and machine cannot work without having a process layer in between. And a process layer can be also how to use machine. Process layer also what a person will do on machine. But this is very mandatory, because finally, our olden days banking definition, which continues even today, accepting the deposit from public for the sake of lending. So money is not yours. This is one important learning, which my banker is that you are playing with somebody else's money. you are
Yeah.
you are handling somebody else's money, and that's where the custodialship is there. And that's why process carry most important factor, because process doesn't govern only the way you need to manage the transaction, but it also govern whatever governing structure regulator has given to you. Because all the transactions, whether it is ATM transaction, whether it is a check payment and collection transaction, whether it is a trade transaction, whether it is forex transaction, it is all governed by the uh, uh, regulatory bodies. There are so many regulations by different controlling entities, and this cannot be followed without the being process efficient process below this both the important factor, the people and the machine. And moreover, we are not here only to do the um, transaction, we also to secure the transaction, because the way the things are moving, a threat to a public money because of various frauds, because of various wrongdoing, because of various this thing is also increasing a lot. And that's where the process carry a extreme important this thing. Rather, process is that thread between the people and machine, or people and technology, which actually make the things very tight and very clear.
One question to you now: the rules and regulations, or no, forget rules and regulations. The people, process, technology, circle or group. Would this same thing apply to any industry? Do you think too much would change other than the regulator and the compliances?
I think barring the ingredients of the process, rest everything is same.
The
It's
same.
a logic. We are not talking anything which is really
Yeah.
this thing. Whether it is a production in whether FMCG, whether it is a software company, or whether it is a BFSI. I think the story
Yeah.
remains the same. Contents differs
Yeah.
as per the respective.
Yeah. So, which means that the basic rules of operations remain the same,
Mhm.
irrespective of which industry it is. So, that's
Yeah.
one part. Now, there was another interesting change that happened in, across industries. Now, that was everything that one did became industry agnostic. So, I'll give you an example. Whenever there was anything to do with delivery, people started comparing, oh, Blue Dart, why this courier takes 24 hours, this one takes more than that, less than that, all that. Today everyone is comparing transactions and speed and other things with Amazon, someone is comparing with Uber. So how do you think this has changed? Because eventually it is operations, right? It operates from one to the
No,
other.
the,
Technology
the,
has changed.
the entire game is of efficiency and
Okay.
effectiveness. So
Hmm.
those who have reached that particular benchmark, they started becoming an example. There are so many trading platform available, but there is one trading platform which is being used by everyone. It is because of that effectiveness and efficiency. Finally, what matters is that output and the outcome. If it is efficiency will give you the outcome, effectiveness will give you the efficiency will give you the output, and effectiveness will give you the outcome. And if both is increasing, then obviously the your benchmarks are getting changed. Once upon a time, I think 5 days, 6 days for getting check collected was okay types. We were okay.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
MICR come and it's got, I'm talking about 82, 83, where MICR got introduced, and
It
magnetic
became fast.
character recognizer, it becomes 2 days and 2.5 day story. Now with RTGS, it is, so then NEFT came where the batches used to be get settled in 2 hours. RTGS come with real time. Then now it is becoming Saturday, Sundays also. So obviously my content is same. We used iPhone 2, we will be using iPhone 13.
Yeah.
Content same, efficiencies are increasing, features are increasing, effectiveness of the transaction is increasing. It is becoming more and more this thing. Who knows? Tablet will be used for opening an account.
Yeah.
Aadhaar came as our as a savior to do the KYC immediately. So it is not only a particular thing is getting changed. Even the ecosystem is
Changing.
helping the entire atmosphere, because we have seen uh, uh, imagining a scenario where and I don't have a gender bias, but still my wife to buy her suit through various different mantra and all these things was impossible. You have to see it, touch it, feel it, and all that
Yeah.
stuff. But now,
Yeah. It's
normal
all virtual.
account opening, I still remember, not being a part of a bank, but I never visited a branch.
Yeah.
There is no need to visit branch. My father even today visit the branch in Corona, because that is one option him to go out and do a passbook update and this and that. But I never visited branch. I don't think so that my daughter will visit ever. So obviously the ecosystem is getting changed. The response from the various different industries are also like that. So I think it is getting evolved together.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's a whole
Unfortunately,
ecosystem, is what you're saying. It's a whole ecosystem which is changing, and that's why everything is changing.
It
So
is evolving every day. There is some or the other, and new gen technologies are helping us in managing that. The mobile has been such a great revolution. Once upon a time, internet banking used to be one of the feature. Now, mobile banking and Google Pay, and you see QR code based payment and Beam and UPI based payment, it's become just a normal,
yeah,
and everybody is adopting it. So there is no bar for A cat city, B cat city, C cat city, or villages or towns or this thing, and it's obviously helping in managing the volume much effectively in banking sector. And once the banking sector is in having that
it's
help,
everyone.
obviously the operations is also getting more and more opportunities to be becoming an efficient. Obviously, the challenges also undergone a change. Earlier, if the transaction is when passed through, then we are having ample number of time to control, verify, monitor the transaction. Today, if in a fraction of second, if I lose my first option to control it, it's gone out of my hand and it's gone so fast that it is uncontrollable. So that's also happened. So it's both way.
Yeah, it's so it's basically what you're saying is its operations is kind of the same. The fundamentals remain the same, but
Mhm.
the real thing is about operations with a soul. It's
Yeah.
where, where there is a certain involvement and understanding, and not just, doing it as you said, whether the smoke is black or
Because
white.
because of the efficiency game, the mind always there. I think there should be also heart in that. Uh, because when I used to sit on the counter, I never did a KYC kind of a stuff.
Yeah,
There was nothing called a KYC, but we actually know the customer. So who is older in the customer place? Who is getting married? What is there any dispute between the brothers? Who is owner of that? I don't think so that I ever. So all the marriages or funerals in my customers' place, I used to be invited during that olden days. That is KYC today. That is now inbuilt with a particular transactions to be completed in a certain manner, but we never had any impersonification of a
person.
transaction happen then. I'm not saying that it was never there, but understanding of
It
that
was,
counter clerk or the ledger keeper we used to call is so much uh, uh, because now it becomes little impersonal. You require to have biometric
yeah,
authentication and verified with original and so on and so forth.
true. So you've had a really great long journey with, with all kinds of, and you've gone through these 2 3 phases of, banking transactions, technology changes, and things like that. So and I think you rightly said, and I think that's very important, is this whole thing about ecosystem. It's everything that moves together, and that's why each transaction or each activity that happens has become industry agnostic. So if it happens in, e-commerce, it will happen in banking, it will happen in maybe manufacturing, and whatever else that you might call it. So now, I mean, if we were to wrap up this whole, conversation that we had, what are the 2 or 3 or 4 things that you would like to tell people, especially those who are at the back end of, the transaction? And as you rightly said, they need not be operations. They could also be technology, anything that supports the that piece which eventually deals with the customer.
I think one important factor we need to touch base before going that is on overall crisis management. Uh, uh,
Yeah,
so,
tell us about that. Yeah,
so the crisis piece is need not to be a external crisis. We can create our own crisis also. um, Somebody has not followed a particular protocol in a particular manner, and that's why some transactions gone beyond control, and now we need to control it. So that can also be a crisis, or in a real life crisis like 26/11 happened in Mumbai. Mumbai floods is a regular thing which used to happen. Some band, some arrest of a very very powerful leader, and that
leader.
stand still the transactions and so on and so forth. I think they are a part of the game. If the crises are not there, then the leaders have no work to do. Because if everything is perfectly happening, then the people will only able to manage everything. Why the leaders are needed? Why the
Yeah.
managers or senior managers are needed? I think the crisis is only thing which supposed to be managed by us. What else? Otherwise, you're not going into day-to-day transactions now after a certain particular level. The most important factor is that having that. Um, what can I say? Just to understand the scope of the crisis, we should not do something which will aggravate the crisis. Don't try to dose the fire with petrol. Otherwise, it is going beyond your control and you will be part of the crisis. Always try to remain on the out of the crisis. It is difficult when you are actually leading from the front, but you have to be always having a gallery view. Am I doing right? Because sometime the crisis will become, and we have seen how health crisis can get pan off.
Out of hand. Yeah.
So we never ever before March 2020 had any health crisis. Because of that, the employee's health is on a stake, or a customer's health is on a stake. Some hard call need to be taken upfront, and we need to be very clear that we are not heroes. It is not movie where we will be able to fight out everything and finally emerge as winner. And that's also, I'm a fortunate enough to be into an organization where my senior management, or the management philosophy of a company is that people first, not a business, not the P&L, people first. And that helps in managing the crisis much better. So your priorities are fixed. Uh, Also, one important factor is that during the crisis, knowing the right thing and declaring the right thing is important. You need to have a open mind to know that this indeed gone bad. Unless and until you accept that reality, otherwise we will just uh, it is good to be hopeful, but it is foolish to be having hope only.
Yeah.
So in crisis we need to know the actual situation. There is no point in having it uh, something which actually um, you don't want to listen the bad news. I think in crisis this is the worst thing to happen, whether it is accident happening, any cash one met with an accident, or it is 2611 where people have not been able to reach, or the things are really gone bad. So I think that is one important thing for a crisis, to that extent, any crisis. And once we scope it, then we need to understand that what all things need to be done. The crisis can happen for a customer, it can happen for set of a customer, it can happen for entire territory or something like that. You have to manage that, and while taking a corrective actions, we should not get into a crisis again.
Yeah.
That is most important. Otherwise, service recovery become a problem.
True. 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 Uh, so, uh, so one thing that is leadership. So that is, you take control of the situation, and you assess the situation, and then you take those kind of actions. The other thing is also about not to reduce the impact of the problem.
So like there is a very cut loss method is one important strategy during those times. You just don't add your resources where you know that nothing is going to happen. Another important factor is that, and the crisis remain under the carpet because people are afraid of their bosses and super bosses to declare them.
The bad news.
Stand up and declare. And because if that had already gone wrong, by not saying so, you are not going to change that situation. And this is also one of my reporting manager had taught me, जिसका डर लगता है ना उसी के सामने जाके खड़े हो जाओ. क्या होगा फाइनली, जो होना है एक साथ हो जाएगा, बट देन यू आर आउट ऑफ इट. So
Yeah,
then,
yeah,
because we need to also understand that the people who are sitting up above are sitting there, and because of their elevation they know many things and many situation which they might help me to do it. Our point should not be I will manage the crisis. Our point should be
yeah,
crisis should get me.
yes,
So this need to be declared very clearly, need to be updated very clearly, and then we need to have that course, because the biggest crisis happens because you hide the things. You need to manage it without being disclosed and something like that. At least for the relevant people. I'm not saying that give a newspaper ad for crisis, but
Announcement.
at
Yeah.
least the relevant people need to be, and you need to understand who are the relevant very quickly, very quickly. If something has gone wrong with related to your brand team, marketing team need to be updated quickly. They should not be getting it from the social media now.
True.
So
Yeah.
to understand the impact and then take all the stakeholders along, it is your job. You are supposed to do it, but make everybody aware. Take their guidance. There may be somebody who will actually give you something, or "Arey, Ruk, let me call somebody and speak, and then we will be able to manage something in
Yeah.
better way." You don't know the
Hmm.
connectivity and networking in
Yes,
which
yes,
way
of
it will.
course. Yeah, yeah. And sometimes also when there's a crisis, you're not able to think, as sharply as you normally do.
So the line manager who is actually part of the crisis, I think the thinking should be taken from him to us who are
Yes.
out of it. At the
Yeah.
same time, we need to have because it helps when you actually know the ground very well. If you do not know the ground, even if he's doing a honest reporting from the ground, you will not be able to understand what he's talking. During the currency chase days, when I used to know, I used to have my currency chased map in front of me in my mind. I know that which is a point, which is a problematic thing, which type of infrastructural issues will they come across, what he is talking, where it would have actually happened.
True.
So it
Yeah.
used to be very clear in my mind what he is talking. It I can able to really see it happening out there, and then it becomes very easy to correlate the things faster. If I don't know the ground, if I don't know the process, if I don't know the nitty gritties of the things, then it is going to be only general knowledge which I'm going to tell him. Every small kid above 4 years know that while crossing the road, see left, see right, and cross the road. The line manager knows it very well. Now he required something else, and that's where
Something.
your
Yeah.
understanding of holistic understanding helps. So that's the most important factor in.
True, true. So crisis management is one very large aspect of this whole back office thing, and and we've seen, like, plenty of examples across industries, and nowadays the effect of something going wrong is much more. It is a multiplier
Larger.
effect.
Uncontrolled, sometimes it's an uncontrolled chain reaction where
Yes,
you
yes,
just cannot control it.
yeah. That's true. That's
Like
true.
one
And
wrong SMS going to all.
yes,
Now it is gone. It is gone. It's out of your control.
it's
Now you have to do the
damage
damage control.
control. Yes,
So
yes.
somewhere you need to come to a terms very quickly that whether it is a controlling the crisis or damage control.
True, true, true. Yeah. So crisis is mainly about the speed in which you react. What is the kind of reaction you do, and what is the effect? You need to understand the implications of what could have gone wrong. That's important.
Again, ma'am, what you said, whether it is a process, technology, and people, the same logic applicable in crisis. Anywhere, whenever crisis happen, anywhere it is going to be a adaptability of that person in that scenario. I'll tell you, during the currency chase days, we used to gather all the old notes. Now, all old notes are gathered. You will not believe in some cities, the trunks were out of stock, the locks were out of stock. Now, what to do? So some ideas started flowing in, and then we'll do the justification. We strap the way couriers or these things do the strapping, but we used to do a metal strapping. So we strap that metal strapping, and then we have gone ahead and made regulator and say that, sir, this is our problem. Uh, this is what we are suggesting. What do you say? He says that let me come and check. He came, check, and he said that no problem. This is the good process. Rather, you should replicate. So quickly it become a process, and we are out of that. अरे
Yeah,
लॉक नहीं लॉक नहीं जरूरत ही नहीं है. Now you become so
yeah.
that adaptability during that crisis also managed very well
So we can really
in
talk. We can talk. We have
crisis
plenty and
management.
more of.
It's a subject in itself.
Yeah, it's a big chapter, and we can have probably a full session on crisis
Mm.
management, the qualities required for crisis management. What are the few steps that one should immediately take? And I mean, it's like a huge lot of things. So coming back, Nilesh, to supposing you were to give say three tips to somebody who is looking at this large scale operations, what are the three things that you would like to share as takeaway?
So the first is that see customer behind your transaction. If you do
User,
not
you
see a
mean?
face,
User,
human user,
anybody.
every
Yeah.
operation person, rather everyone who is dealing with everything should see a person behind it. You are not doing it for machine. You are not doing it for servers. You are not doing it for core banking application. You are doing it for that customer, whether it is FMCG industry going to use some soap or using perfume or a banking transaction I'm doing, see a customer behind who is the actual
User.
beneficiary or benefactor of that transactions or that particular uh, uh, I can say a deal or something like that.
End user of the product, of
Always
process
keep that
or service.
face behind. Don't make this entire impersonal game. It has to be for that one person. um, Another important factor is that you needed time or required time for every transaction. There is no tomorrow, because I will do it something today in hurry burry and say that tomorrow I will check. There is no tomorrow. You will get some different priorities. You are going to forget it. The pain pinch sharpness of that transaction which you are feeling today is not going to be there tomorrow. So give that adequate time now, present, now when you are doing. There is no point if your productivity calculator say that you should do the
Oh
transaction in
yeah.
30 seconds. If it is taking 35 seconds or 45 seconds, nobody is going to kill you, but it is going to save you a rework time. So
Yeah.
please respect the transaction, please. And the transaction can be financial, non-financial, anything what you are doing
Anything.
in response to the customer's need. And the last, especially for the ops guys, ops is a effect. Don't try to become a cause. You cannot, because that's how the structure is. You are enabling team. Be enabling team. You are a backbone. You are the important structure on which everything stands. But certainly, you are the effect of something. You are not a cause of everything. Being a hardcore operations banker, I'm telling this. Many ops guy may not be like may not like it. "Hare, how can you say that you are not a because we are without us a banking can run, but without branches, without front end team, we cannot be there. That front end may be a digital front end. That front end may be a
Any
voice
front
front
end.
end. That
Yes,
front
any
end may be
front
a
end.
branch front end. Any front end. So we need to be very clear. But at the same time, what we do is immediately, significantly, directly impacting the direct customer. We need to be very clear about it.
So, Nilesh, it's been like, I think you're a volume by itself, and I don't know whether I should call you an encyclopedia or something like that, because you've been completely drenched in operations. And someone rightly said, that operations is the backbone of any company. So just think about it. So one is operations is the backbone, and it's such an important piece of it, and you've really,
Absolutely.
go, gone through
And
so much.
I'm extremely proud to be an ops guy, to be called as ops guy, as I'm proud to be a banker, because I think we need to be. It's a job where you will get frustrated too fast because it
Fast.
is
Yeah.
repetitive, mundane. If you do not actually like it, if you do not
Yes,
have
yes,
passion to do
true.
it, then you are
That's
gone. Then why are you wasting your time? Find something where you will actually do that.
yeah.
Every time whenever we get into any transaction or there are boring months, there are mundaneness comes sometime, but finally there is one thought always, अगर हम नहीं करेंगे तो कौन करेगा?
That's true. That's true.
So
Yeah.
I think and once you have that ultimate customer in your mind, no, I believe
Yeah,
that
that's true.
majority of the life becomes
Yeah, yeah. You love doing what you're doing. So,
yes,
Nilesh, thank you for your time. Thank you for
pleasure,
all
ma'am.
for sharing all your experiences, and the pride of being an ops guy. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.